Welcome back. I hope you're all so well. So in today's video, I want to talk about designer bags that represent old money. Most of you probably know that it's kind of becoming a trend, like old money is becoming a trend, which is just so weird to me, but it is a thing. So let's talk about it. Now, if you think old money, basically think nothing flashy, no logo overload. Honestly, even a lot of the people that I know that I would consider are like old money, like it's not new money, it's old money. The things that they wear are oftentimes bags or shoes or things that I never even heard of, just because they're not flashy, they're not loud, they're not in your face. Nonetheless, they're still pretty pricey and very luxurious items. I do kind of like that. I like the idea of items not being in your face and just like super flashy, right? So it just depends, to each their own. I don't think there's anything wrong with either, but today I just wanted to talk about bags that you know, that represent old money, that you see them and you're like, okay, that's old money, right? So a lot of these bags on my list are probably bags that most of you haven't heard of. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, other than a few bags on here, like, I mean, I'm only gonna talk about 5, but half of them I have never heard of. I'm like, what in the world? But they are definitely bags that are just very elegant, very sophisticated, very understated, if you know, I think that's a good word. So anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Grab yourself something to drink if you haven't yet. I'm really excited for this video. I felt like it was fun. It was a lot of fun to dig into this and just do a little bit of research. I actually created a whole mood board around it because I thought it was really fun, and I actually love old money aesthetic. I think it's very beautiful and definitely very much my vibe. So well, I say that like, but I do love flashy and loud bags. However, when it comes to like regular like aesthetic, like dressing and things like that, I do really like it. So anyways, let's go ahead and just jump right on into the video. Starting off with the first bag, which is actually, you know what, I didn't plan on doing it like this, but I'm going to be pulling them up on my phone. So Giorgio Armani. Okay, so the first bag I want to talk about is the Giorgio Armani La Prima. So this bag, very beautiful, very sophisticated, very elegant. It's honestly, it's beautiful. And when I saw this, I was like, holy crap, like this is a very nice, very sophisticated bag. I love the price on this as well. It's around $1,795, but it's just very elegant. And if you look at it, like you just feel that class. Like it just represents like a level of class, and I really love that. Moving on to the next bag on my list. Let's put that in the phone. So this one, okay, hang on. This one is kind of hard to pronounce, but it is the Mon Guerlain, I hope I'm pronouncing it, I'm probably butchering it, Voyage. Very pretty, very pretty. I like the top handle. I like that it just has a little gold knob. I believe this is a push button, like you push it and that's how the bag opens. Like when I see this bag, I just, again, it looks very classy, looks very sophisticated, beautiful. Now this bag is around $4,900, but let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest here. If you saw someone with this bag, you probably wouldn't know the brand right away unless, you know, you're like old money. then maybe you would, but like us that are like into big, I'm not saying all of us, okay, but I speak for, let me just speak for myself here, Angelique. Get your life together. Like me liking, you know, louder bags and more trendy bags. If I saw this bag in person, would I think it's beautiful? Absolutely. Would I think it's elegant? 100%. Would I right away think that it is $4,900? No, but it is a great looking bag. Very sophisticated. Just imagine like a monochromatic look with it. I absolutely love this. Very, very pretty. Let's move on to the next bag, which is a bag all of us here are going to know. And I was considering, should I put it in here? Should I not put it in here? But I do feel like it's fitting, and it's the Chanel, oh my God, Angelique, get your life together. The reissue. So the reissue for me definitely does scream old money more so than any of the other Chanel bags. Again, like, you know, Chanel is a brand everybody knows about, and most of the brands that I'm talking about today are more so brands that not everybody knows about right away. But I do think that the reissue is a little more understated. It doesn't have a big logo or anything like that, and to me, again, it's just classy, it's sophisticated, and it's something I would associate with old money. Okay, moving on to the next bag, which is also a bag that I think a lot of you are going to know about. I did want to put two in here that most people were going to be familiar with, but that is the Lady Dior. When I think of the classic Lady Dior, I think Lady Diana, I think, again, sophistication, I think class, I think yeah, those are the things that come to my mind. It's a very elegant bag. It's a very upscale bag. I've said this before, not every bag that is thousands of dollars necessarily means class and you know, sophistication and all of that good stuff, and that's okay. Everybody's style is different, right? But it's the same with like somebody having money and being able to buy all these designer things. I cannot tell you how many times I look at people that are dressed in head to toe with logos, and I'm like, this outfit does nothing for me. And then I look at someone where I don't see a single logo, I don't know how much that outfit costs, and to me it's just like, wow, that looks expensive, that looks elegant, that looks sophisticated. But that all depends on your personal style, your personal vibe, and things like that, right? So yeah. And my style, honestly, it has changed so much over the years. Like I look back on photos and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you wore that. Honestly, for a majority of my 20s, I dressed very, very sophisticated, a lot, like, I feel like I dressed a lot older than I actually was. I just liked looking very sophisticated. But like last summer and winter, I dressed a little more younger and a little more teeny bopper, and I would say less classy. And so now I'm kind of shifting back to that more class, more monogrammatic, more like solid colors and that good stuff. Also, I'm going to the pool after this, which, you know, that's the vibe we're doing today. But yeah, so I think the Lady Dior is very classic, very sophisticated, and I think it is definitely a bag that represents old money. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about a bag. It's by The Row, and it's called, I believe, the Half Moon. Now, this bag, I was a little iffy if I wanted to put it in here or not. I'm just looking it up right now so I like it better to talk about it. But I wanted to talk about this bag because if you look at it, you do think it's a little different. It's a little more fashion forward than the other bags I've talked about. It's a little more in your face, right? But if you compare it to a really like trendy bag, a louder bag, a bag that's like really in your face, then you will see that this bag is so classy compared to that, yet it still has that tiny bit of fashion forwardness to it and that tiny bit of like being different. Because for me, like if an item looks slightly different than what you're used to, that's what really makes it stand out, right? If it just has a little bit of a different shape, like even with clothes, like if things have a little bit of a different shape, they have a little bit of a different cut to them, they're a little different than what you would expect them to look like, I feel like that makes it special, right? And that makes it a little more fashion forward, something that not everybody would wear, something that you wouldn't see all the time. But I wanted to put this bag in here because I absolutely love it. $1,290. It is absolutely beautiful. And I have, to be honest with you guys, I've been purging my closet. I just ordered the Prada Raffia, and I feel like I'm already regretting it, so we'll see how that goes once it gets here. But I do think that I am starting, the more I look at my bags that have the logos and that have the flashiness to them, the less I like it. which is weird because I used to be the total opposite, and I still like it to an extent, but I can feel myself as I'm getting a little bit older and my style changes. I can feel myself more and more going more towards vintage and more towards understated items and things that not everybody's gonna know, okay, she spent that much money on this bag, right? I'm just kind of loving that whole vibe at the moment, and we'll see where I take it. But yeah, those are all the bags that I wanted to talk about today. Please, let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know if you have, like, if any of these bags were like, oh wow, I've never heard of this brand before, if you've discovered something new in today's video, because if you did, then that is all that matters, and that would really make my day. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.